All right, I'm so excited to be here with you, Alan. This is Alan Brochstein of New Cannabis Ventures. You're kind of everywhere, giving information on the investment side to everyone in the community. And so the question I have for you today is, if somebody's new to investing in cannabis, what is your advice to them?
So it's kind of like the edibles. My advice is to start low and go slow, especially if you're in the public market. I've been focused on the public market since early 2013, and we went through this before, what we're going through now, but we're in a new bubble. I'll call it that because we have in the public sector. We have, it's really easy to buy a cannabis stock. They don't require a license. You just got to put your money in, and so it's easy. And people see what's going on with all these votes that are going on in California, Arizona, on the East Coast, in Nevada, and so there's a stampede. In early 2014, these cannabis stocks went up like 7x on average. Some of them went up 50-fold. And so people look back and they think it's going to happen again. And so they're piling into the market now. And unfortunately, I had to live through this. I warned people it wasn't going to end well, and it was actually much worse than I could have ever imagined. We had maybe 20 stocks at the beginning of 2013, maybe 40 at the beginning of 2014. Now we have like 400. So there's so many more companies. They're not going to go up 7 times. They've gone up about 100% from the lows where they were about 2 months ago.
And so if somebody's getting into the cannabis space and looking at specific different sectors, there's a lot of different sectors. There's the growing side, there's the product side, there's the content side. What do you think has the most potential?
So I actually think the most potential just in general for investing, and before I say it, there's really two parts of the market. There's the private market, which is really, there's a lot of great opportunities there. And I'd say the supply demand kind of favors the investor right now. A lot of great private companies looking for capital. The really most sophisticated investors in the market with a lot of money aren't yet there. The public market is a little bit different, but for either market, I would say the cost of cannabis is going to come down. A lot more supply coming out of the black market into the legal market. So when you're thinking about an investment, a lot of people say, oh, I want to invest in cultivation because the cash flow is there and it seems like a good business model, but that's really not it.
It's a very low barrier to entry.
Yeah, exactly.
Legalization going nationwide.
And scale. I mean, these people, especially up in Canada, I know you were there not that long ago, these massive facilities, like 600,000 square foot greenhouse type of things. And so who's going to help these companies reduce their costs? It's technology. So that's technology to reduce the cost of production. That's one area. Another one, compliance. In this industry, a legal cannabis industry, if you don't have a license, you don't have a business. So companies that can help you stay compliant, we're seeing more and more of that software. I think those are two of the big areas.
Well, that's great.
Branding too.
Branding, well, and that's the one thing that we see in cannabis right now is this evolution of the cannabis brand, and we're going to see more and more of that. But right now, it's still in its infancy. So,
for sure,
looking for cannabis brands that actually have a brand.
It's still early.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you, Pamela.